Okay, right, so we're going to continue in Pirkei Avos b'siyata d'shmaya. I don't even know what to call this Mishnah, because every single Mishnah has a different one. We said this before. So we're probably on Ches. Some people call this Zion, some people call this Tes, whatever it is. Reb Shimon Oimer, Rabbi Yisrael. Listen carefully, it's a Gavaldic Mishnah, very important lesson for life. Reb Shimon Oimer. Hamahalech b'derech. Okay, person is going on the way, person is traveling on a journey, person is reaching his destination, he's traveling, he's going somewhere. V'shoyne umafsik mimishnosoi voime. So he's in the middle of learning. What else do you do on the journey? What else do you do on the way? You're chazering and learning. You're thinking about some Yisod and Musa. You're thinking about some Torah. And you stop in the middle. And you say, listen to this, what I say. Mano ilonze, how beautiful is this wonderful tree? Isn't it gavaldik? It's so nice. Umano nirze. Right, and then this is like a whole furrow of produce and all sorts of vegetation. What happens? What do Chazal look at such a person? Ma'ale olov hakosov ki'ilu mischayev benafshay. What does mischayev benafshay mean? Mischayev benafshay generally means you've taken your own life. You put your life in jeopardy. Why? Because you were on the way, you were on the journey, you were learning, you were busy in Yiddishkeit, in Ruchnias, stopped, you said a beautiful tree. Because of that mischayev benafshay. Now, how do we understand that? For a few things, few questions. Number one, is it so bad? So bad? Question number two is, isn't it a nice thing to say that Hashem's creations are nice? Isn't there a Yerushalmi at the end of Masechtas Kiddushin that we're all familiar with, that the Yerushalmi says that a person's going to have to give din v'cheshbon on not seeing the Rebbeinu Shem's beautiful world? You're going to come to Shemayim, Hashem's going to say to you, I understand, you didn't go and visit my beautiful Swiss Alps. You didn't go and see Niagara Falls. You didn't go and see the pyramids. You didn't go and see my beautiful world that I created. What's the matter with you? We're meant to enjoy this world, obviously within reason, at the right time, in the right place. Everything's got a time and place, but there's something nice about appreciating the Rebbeinu Shem's creation. So what is so bad about doing this? So I saw a very interesting mashal. And the mashal is, many of us, or in fact all of us here, had the schos of visiting the Blind Museum in Cholon. And it was a beautiful experience. And I hope that all of us came out with a different feeling of our eyesight and appreciation of what the Rebbeinu Shem gives us. Because when we weren't able to see anything, even with our eyes open, it was amazing. Everyone thinks when you walk in there, you'll probably be able to you also feel that way? You'll probably be able to look at things, there'll be some light somewhere along the lines, right? I'm not talking about someone who lights up, puts on their phone no. I'm talking about when you're in there, right? You probably all saw this. I wasn't with all of you because we had different groups, right? But we were together, right? So it's mamish nothing. It's unbelievable. So could you imagine, right, a blind person? His senses are always, much more, right? He's able to touch, he's able to smell, his hearing, he's able to sense more, right?
No.
How about such a guy, for example, that puts on a blindfold? What would you say about a blind person that puts on a blindfold and walks around? So what are you doing? You're only making it worse for you, not better. Maybe it's not even making it better b'chlal. Maybe it's not even making it worse, but what are you doing? You're a shaita. So the mashal I saw was, in life, and this is the yesod that, by the way, this chapter, this parak, we've been going on a lot, right? This week is parak base. We're actually preparing for parak gimel now, but whatever. The idea of this parak is Torah. Torah is an instruction of our lives. Torah shows us how to live on a practical sense. We discussed this, if you remember, before Shavuos. Before Shavuos, we discussed the inyan of how Torah instructs our lifetime. It's our life manual. It's the instructions of how to have an easy life, how to have a good life, how to have a successful life. That's what Torah is. People think the other way around. People think that if you keep the Torah, it's annoying, it's hard, it's suppressing. It's not true. Torah gives us our instructions, it gives us our life. And therefore, when a person's able in some level to see, and he's going on the way, and he's traveling, and he has Torah, Torah is his instruction manual. Torah helps him see in a spiritual sense. And he goes along, and he blindfolds himself, and he puts a blindfold on, he stops learning to do something like that, there's no life. That's what it means. Your life will not be the same living over here. And that's what the message over here, right? The Rashbam, the Meiri, and others explain that the Mishnah is simply talking about Bittul Torah. Stop, you're in the middle of learning, you stop learning. It's a beautiful thing to say, Ma'arabu Masecha Hashem, how beautiful the Rebbeinu Shalom created the world. It's a wonderful thing, but not in the middle of learning. When you're in the middle of learning, when you're in the middle of ruchnius, when you're in the middle of advancing who you are as a person, now's not the time to say, oh, I remember there's a beautiful tree out there. No. That's how many of the Rishonim learn Pshat over here. The Meiri has an addition to this. The Meiri says the Mishnah is specifically talking about teaching when a person is traveling. Why? Because when you travel, it's hard to concentrate. Right? I don't know about you guys, but I'll talk on a personal level. It is hard to open up a Gemara on an aeroplane. What can I tell you? It's difficult. Right? We do it. How do we do it? Oh, but it's difficult. Huh? It's difficult. Right, I have other things also I try to do. When I was a Bach, I used to make tzitzis. Always I kept on the airplane, I kept it because it's hard to, and on the bar, it depends when. It depends, there are a lot of different things over here. Whatever it is, but it's hard to concentrate when you travel, right? Maskim? It's hard to concentrate when you travel. So it says the Meiri specifically now, you're learning on during traveling and you're stopping to say how beautiful, chaval. Somebody actually showed me a picture recently that he took of himself learning on the aeroplane, and the guy next to him was watching a movie. And he was saying, look, here it is, right? I'm getting Chaya Olam Haba, and this guy's thumb is wasting his time, right? That's what it is. Huh?
How do you know he didn't do it for the picture?
It could be he did, but whatever, that's enough community. The idea is, says the Meiri, is that when a person is traveling, it's difficult to learn, and therefore a person has to be even more careful to make sure that he is always doing the right thing and going in the right direction. Okay, everybody say? That is the Mishnah. Let me just have a second to see if there's any more that we could say over here as well. Yeah, so there is a Hasidic way of learning Pshat in the Mishnah, that if a person goes on the right path, on the straight path, and he constantly is involved in Torah, but if he interrupts, he breaks the connection between himself and the Rebbeinu Shalom, because, say the Hasidic Svarim, he selfishly holds his Torah learning to be his own learning, and therefore everything is about his own ego. So therefore he tainas that the Lashon of Mishnah, as we know, is, if you spell it a different way, what is it? If you spell Mishnah a different way, it's Neshama. Very good. It's about Neshama. And he says, how beautiful is this tree? Say the Hasidic Svarim, what does that mean? How beautiful is this tree? How beautiful am I? It's all about me. Because at the end of the day, we know, Ki Eitzu Asada, Adam is a tree, Adam is an eitz. And therefore, when a person does that, and he has no relation to the Rebbeinu Shalom, it's all about himself. He interrupts that connection that he has with the Rebbeinu Shalom. But it's all about him. That person is mischai b'nafshay, because that person is not able to continue. But Rabbi said, I think the simple idea of this lesson is that we should all have a chashivas of Torah, so much so that to interrupt learning, to interrupt our Seder, is something that should be dear to us. And remember that Torah is the recipe, the instruction manual for life. Tomorrow we'll continue with the next Mishnah.